Alright, this is my home-built aquarium that is right behind my desk. This is day 2 of it being planted. I will not use a filter for this tank, just a wave maker that's behind there in that corner to give some water flow, and a heater, which I'm still waiting on right now. I put a bunch of Tubiflex worms in here just to get some life in here, and maybe they can help aerate the sand, because it's very fine sand. They seem to be doing well. They're not dying. This is the second day of being out here. I have a couple of crypts, a couple of Anubias petite. There's one Bucephalandra back there, dwarf sage here, and I put a couple of my Java fern in here. I will be dosing this tank because I did not use fertilizer. It's just straight sand. Right now the wood is still being have rocks on top of it because it's not waterlogged yet. It's going through its normal cycle. It's got some algae growing. It'll go through its brown algae phase next. And there are 3 cherry shrimps in here, though I have not seen them since the first day I put them in here, so I don't know if they're still alive, to be honest. It's hard for me to tell how that Busa is doing. I hope it makes it, because man, that thing was $14. Oh, and by the way, guys, this tank is new for several reasons. I've had, in fact, most of my tanks recently have been the dirted tank method with a lot of plants. But this tank right here, I did not do any soil or potting soil underneath the substrate here. It's just straight sand. I also did not boil the rocks, the wood, or the sand. I just put it right in there. And lastly, this tank does not have any filters. It just has a wave maker, and it has a heater, and that's it. So I want to see how this tank does without a heater. The only thing extra that I'm doing on this, which I do with my other bigger tank, is I dose it with fertilizer. So that's why I don't have any soil in here. I wanted more of a cleaner look. But yeah. Okay, today is April 24th. It's been about 2 weeks since I set up this tank, and I just put the first fish in here. I put 1 mystery snail in here, and 3 ram's horn snails, and I put some of my MTS in here, 2 big ones and a bunch of little ones, because this substrate is very fine. It definitely needs some aeration. So okay, this is the morning after putting in the first fish in the tank. This is April 25th. They all seem to be looking good. They're still a little kind of skittish, but they're finally exploring a little bit beyond this little part of the tank. They've gone over there, but they're still a little skittish, especially when I'm here. But yeah, definitely a lot more algae growth. There's also a film, biofilm, and algae on top. The duckweed, and I don't think those are red root floaters. There's something else I can't remember. But they're doing well. They're multiplying. kind of like the way how these algae kind of like waves around in the water, in the current. But I know these are going to go away. I still haven't hit the brown algae phase yet, so that's coming. You can see the mystery snail's bit of work over here. See the pattern right there? That snail, and there he is back there. He's really efficient with eating algae. This is where one of the ram's horn snail was eating, and it's not quite as efficient. All of the tubiflux worms seems to still be looking good. I mean, they're alive. They burrowed in the, not just in the sand, but in the wood. Like this morning, I saw them sticking out of the wood. Like here, you can actually see one right there, or see them right there. And they all seem to be doing well, so I think it's still a good environment for them. I don't know if I've introduced too many of these fish at a time, but I did. The tank has been cycling for a couple of weeks, but I didn't want to just buy, these are schooling fish, so I didn't want to just buy one or two, but hopefully the tank gets cycled enough to where it's not going to be a problem. Unfortunately, I didn't actually test the water before I put them in here, but you know, cycling I know can take a long time, more than 2 weeks, but I'm taking a chance.
Today is April 27th. This is the third day of having the rummy-nose tetras, the first fish in this tank. I got 6 of them because they're schooling fish. I should probably get another 6 based on recommendation, but I don't want to overload the tank with waste before there's enough. I want to give the bacteria enough time to multiply to handle the load. They seem to be doing well. They're eating, and look at their noses. It's red, so that means, at least based on what I've learned about them, if it's red, that means they're not stressed out. Here's a mystery snail. I'm actually going to get another one of these. Such an effective eating machine with regards to algae. There's still a lot of algae in here, as expected for a new tank. But staying under control. All the crypts are doing well. I have 2 types of crypts in here. Well, this type of crypt right here, which I think is the crypt Tropica. They're all doing well. Like almost every one of them are sprouting new leaves already. Of course, the dwarf sag. These are hardy plants. You can't go wrong with these. They've already started growing new sprouts. This is a different type of crypt. They're not melting. They're not rotting. This one, I think, is sprouting a new leaf. So I think these are also doing well. Now, the Anubias are not melting. I've been scraping off all the algae that was on them when I got them. I think they're doing well. I see a ram's horn snail right there. Java fern, they're doing well. Yeah, I just gotta keep taking off the algae from these. They're not melting, so I think that's good. However, the one Bucephalandra I got, see the big leaves there? That's definitely melting. Could still recover, but that's melting. I can't tell if the leaves on the bottom left there are new sprouts or not. Again, dosing this with Flourish Advance. I also put a leaf in here since I think rummy-nose tetras like softer water. It's just an almond leaf right there. Plus, there's 3 cherry shrimps in here that I have not seen since I put them in there. First day I saw them, I haven't seen them since. I haven't seen any dead shrimp come up, so I think they're still alive in here, but I have no idea where they're hiding. Alright, today is April 29th. I'm only seeing 4 of the tetras. They were all here this morning, all 6 of them. But I'm only seeing 4. I can't seem to find the other 2, and I've looked behind the tank here to see if it may have jumped out. I don't see any dead fish either. Oh, there's one right there. I wonder why it's there instead of hanging out with its friends. See him? I wonder if he's sick. So that's 5. Hopefully the other one's still back there too. Alright. I mean, they all seem to have like red noses, though I just put some food in here and they're not eating. Let me see what the temperature looks like. Okay, according to this reader here, it's 77.5. And according to the temperature on the heater, it's 79. So it's still within the right parameters. Yeah, hopefully this is not a bad sign. All the plants are doing well. See, that one's already sprouting a new one. These guys have sprouted new leaves. All the crypts, well, the Cryptropica, which are these guys right here, doing really good. Of course, the dwarf sage, those guys are bulletproof. These guys are also not rotting, but I'm not seeing a lot of new leaves. This is the Cryptlucin. The dwarf sage back there are already sending. They've already sent runners, I think, which is kind of crazy. Because I don't remember planting that many back there. So I think those are runners. Crypts here. I gotta clean up the boosies. I mean the Anubias. I've been cleaning its leaves every day when it gets accumulated algae. And Bucephalandra is melting. I'm not sure if that's gonna be. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it. I did add 3 Neorites horn snails in here, and 1 more mystery snail. There's one of them right there. And also added a bunch of more of my MTS snails from my other tank. Alright, that's the update today. Alright. Just found new growth on the Anubias. Look at that. That's beautiful. So I'm a little concerned that these guys didn't eat any of the food that I just put in here. So I'm not sure what's happening. They looked just fine yesterday. So one thing I did notice is that the amount of water movement had died down significantly. I think the motor here might have gotten too gunked up. So I did open up the vents fully, and you can see it's moving a lot more and circulating and hopefully getting more aeration in the water. And hopefully that was the problem. If these guys start to get active and eating, then that might have been the cause. I'm still missing 1 fish. And all 6 of them were here this morning, so yeah, I don't know. I don't see him. This Anubias is also showing new growth. You guys can see it right there. The Boosie is hurting. can see this right here, total meltage. Just gonna take these off because, you know, not really doing it any good. Hopefully it's got enough life to where it's gonna revive. Yeah. Total meltage. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm still missing one fish, but I don't see any dead ones. Well, if it jumped out, I don't see it underneath. These guys don't show any improvements. Sometime tonight, I'm going to move them in my 75-gallon. And then just really wait about a month or two, maybe even longer, to put more fish in, to put fish in here again, because I think I need the plants to be a lot more established. They're really spooked right now. I don't know what's going on. I mean, they were always skittish, but man, this is like the worst I've seen it. It's like the first time I put them in here. They're not even looking at the food. Alright, today is April 30th. And as you can see, there's no fish in here. I got home yesterday and noticed that one of the rummy nose tetras was missing. I could not find it. I haven't seen any dead fish, but I just can't find it. So it either is somewhere in here lodged and dead someplace, or it jumped out. And the other 5 looked super stressed. And when I put food in here, they wouldn't eat. So I had to get them out. I had to get them out and put them in the 75-gallon because I think they were going to die if I left them in here. I think my problem is I put the fish in here too soon, before any of the plants are well established. I'm probably going to put more duckweed in here, and these other floating plants. Sylvania plants, I think. I don't think these are red root floaters because the roots aren't red. But I don't think the plants are just established enough here to where it can mitigate some of the fluctuations in ammonia. There's not enough bacteria in here to take care of the ammonia problem. So I think I'm going to wait probably 2 to 3 months, well after all these plants are established, before I put fish in here again. So, alright, that's it. That's the update today. Check out these Malaysian trumpet snails of mine. I didn't realize they were this effective in eating these types of algae, but look at that. These 3 completely clean out the end of this log here from this algae. It's insane. Nearite snails I got, for some reason, still has not moved out of this little area where I dropped them. I think it's because maybe there's just so much food for them to eat, they don't need to move around much. Look at the tuberflex. Since I've taken the fish out, they've really come up to speed.